So yesterday we talked about Dr. Anthony Fauci's recent statement that, again, we always want to be clear not to overplay our hand. Dr. Fauci on Monday said, which I told you about yesterday, anecdotal early data points in a general way towards Omicron, the new COVID variant, probably causing, on average, less severe disease. That's like a lot of hedging and caveats, but that's sort of where our knowledge is at this point in time. We have another slightly stronger statement from Dr. Fauci, which I'm going to get to in a moment. But first, I want to address something many of you have been emailing me about, saying, David, sir, why is it if Omicron is less severe that cases are spiking? Now, cases and severity are two different things. But the first question we have to answer to even do this is answer the question, are cases spiking? And if so, are they Omicron spikes or not? Let's start with the numbers. Are cases spiking? Yes, very, very much so. Insane numbers. In the United States, cases are now up to about 117,000 per day. They were down to 72,000 per day in their recent bottom. Now up to 117,000 per day. That's a huge increase. Nearly a 2/3 increase, 63% higher cases per day in the US. The same thing is happening globally, where cases spiked from a low of about 400,000 a day, still a crazy number, up to 611,000 cases per day. That's an increase of 52% globally. So are cases spiking? Without a doubt, way, way, way up. It's not only cases that are spiking. Hospitalizations are also way up in the United States. We now are about 6,000 new hospitalizations for COVID per day. We had been down to about 2,500 at one point over the summer. But the key question is this a sign of Omicron spreading wildly and putting people in the hospital? And so far, the answer is no. It appears that while a higher percentage of new cases are Omicron, higher and higher over time, the current spike in cases is being driven by the Delta variant, and the rise in hospitalizations definitely being driven by the Delta variant per some analyses. Now, on Omicron, we also heard from Dr. Fauci again, and Dr. Fauci is now speaking with slightly more certainty, slightly more definitiveness, who says that it's going to take weeks to know for sure, but early indications suggest that the severity of Omicron cases is no worse than previous strains and possibly milder, which would be very welcome. The not so good, it spreads like wildfire. Reinfections appear to be higher. But on severity, Dr. Fauci's saying it almost certainly is not more severe than Delta. Now, still, if it's as severe and more contagious, it's not a big victory. And it's going to take more time to determine the specifics. We're also getting more and more anecdotes about just how easily Omicron spreads. Last week, I spoke with Nicholas Christakis, and he talked about this anecdote, which he said it's an important anecdote, about two travelers quarantining in Hong Kong, one who opened the door for room service, and then another across the hall who later opened the door, caught the virus. Now, as Nicholas Christakis said, that might not have been how he caught it. There could be more to that, but as an anecdote, pretty horrifying stuff. Other anecdotes. 69 of 150 participants at a Danish Christmas party have now tested positive for Omicron. It's about half of the attendees. Nearly 70 intensive care medics at a Spanish hospital now have COVID after a Christmas party. Not yet totally clear if that's Omicron. So we want Omicron to be milder. It's clearly very contagious. And we're going to have to keep waiting to get definitive information. But the hope would be equally or slightly more contagious, but dramatically less severe, particularly if there's going to be immune evasion. That would be sort of the ideal outcome. And remember, over time, evolutionary pressure for these viruses is more transmissible, less severe, to the point where could it be in a year? Could it be 2 years? Could it be 5 years? I don't know. 5 years is more depressing, but it could be a very contagious cold, indistinguishable from the average head cold in terms of severity. That is the trajectory to sort of hope for at this point in time. And how long it'll take to become a reality is a question that we don't yet have an answer to. Let me know your thoughts. And maybe just as importantly, find me on Twitter at dpacman and let me know, are you now doing something differently based on Omicron? Based on Omicron, relative to what you were doing before, are you doing anything differently now? Find me on Twitter at dpacman, let me know. And remember that next Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, December 14th, we'll be doing our next David Pakman Show Viewer Town Hall. We will be streaming it live on the Pakman Live YouTube channel, and you will be able to participate via the David Pakman Show Discord. Remember that members will get priority access during the town hall. Sign up at joinpakman.com. Your internet activity and data is being observed by a variety of parties. They're selling your information. They're deciding what you can access. Don't let it happen to you. I use Atlas VPN to keep my internet traffic private from ISPs, tech platforms, online marketers, even governments. And Atlas VPN keeps me protected against hackers, people eavesdropping on networks to steal your information. If I turn on Atlas VPN before logging into Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon, I can access streaming content from other countries. I can even watch stuff from Argentina, like soccer. I use Atlas VPN on all of my devices. You install it, you turn it on once, and then you just forget about it and enjoy your privacy. You can read online about why VPNs are so important to use every day. Really something you should have, and Atlas VPN is having a huge sale, giving you 86% off. Comes out to like $1.39 a month for a subscription, plus you'll get 3 months free. Just go to atlasv.pn/Pakman and use the code Pakman. The link is down below.